Welcome to OK Mathematics class, training you to excel. Please subscribe, give a thumbs up, share with friends, notifications so that when the next video is released, you will be informed. OK Maths class, step by step to exam success. Step number 1, plan. Number 2, pray. Number 3, prepare. Step number 4, preview. Step number 5, perform. In this presentation, we are looking at WASSCE May June 2012. Questions number 6 and 7. Question number 6, number numeration, set, Venn diagram. Question number 7, plane geometry, longitudes and latitudes, algebra, variations. Question number 6, 6a. A boy had $M. He spent 15D and shared the remainder equally with his sister. If the sister's share was 1/3 of M, find the value of M. 6b. A number of tourists were interviewed on their choice of means of travel. 2/3 said they travel by road, 13/30 by air, 4/15 by air and road. If 20 tourists did not travel by either air or road, represent the information on a Venn diagram. 2. How many tourists were interviewed? How many tourists traveled by air only? Let's see how to answer these questions together. This is the total number of the money with the boy. He spent $15.06, so the remainder should be M minus 15. The remainder M minus 15 will be shared between the boy and the sister equally. So the boy's share will be half of M minus 15 and the sister's share will be half of M minus 15. But we are told that the sister's share is equal to 1/3 of the total. So therefore the sister's share should be equal to 1/3 of the total money. Removing brackets, we are going to have half M minus 15/2 is equal to 1/3 M. We are going to collect like terms. We are going to simplify. 3 multiplying M will give us 3M. 2 multiply will give us 2 minus 2M. 2 times 3 will give us 6. And that's equal to 15/2. Simplifying further, 3M minus 2M will give us M/6 is equal to 15/2. Then multiplying 15 by 6 will give us 90/2. Dividing 90 by 2 will give us $45. That's the total money with the boy at the beginning. 6b. We have the total number of tourists being represented by the rectangle, the universal set, and the total number is X. Out of this X, 13x/30 traveled by air, 2x/3 traveled by road, and therefore the number that traveled by air only is P. The number that traveled by road only is Q. This number in the middle here are those that travel by both air and road. So now, separating the circle for those that travel by air, we have this 13x/30. Everything inside this circle represents the number of those who travel by air. So we are going to add everything and equate it to this. So P plus 4x/15 is equal to this. We simplify that. 13x/30 minus 4x/15, taking 4x/15 to the right hand side. Multiplying 15 times this will give us 195x and 30 times 4 will give us a 120x. 30 times 15 will give us a 450. So now we will also import the diagram so that we can continue the solution. So now, simplifying that expression, we are going to have 75x over 450. Cancel out the like terms, we are going to have x over 6 as a simplified form of p. Then we'll now move to the next circle, this circle now. That those that travel by road. So adding everything inside this circle will be equal to 2x over 3. So adding this and this will give us 2x over 3. Simplifying that, we are going to have 2x over 3 minus 4x over 15. Taking this to the right hand side. Q will now give us a multiply that 30x, then multiply this way, that will give us minus 12x, and then multiply across this way, that will give us a 45. Simplifying, 30x minus this will give us 18x over 45. Dividing out by 9, 2x and 9, 5. So therefore Q is equal to 2x over 5. Everything inside the rectangle represents the total number of stories, x. So we're going to add everything here to get x. So we now have Q plus 20 plus P plus 4x over 15 is equal to x. Simplifying this, we're going to have this. Now, looking at this, you can see the LCM of 5, 6 and 15 is 60. So we're going to multiply each term here by the LCM. That gives us 60 times 2x, 20 times 60, 60 times x, and 60 times 4x, and then 60 times x. We're going to simplify that. If you look at this expression now, we have a common factor. Something is common to all of them, and we need to remove that common factor. Dividing by 2, we have 12x, 600, 5x, 8x, and then 30x. So now I have 600 plus 25x is equal to 30x. On further simplification, I have 600 is equal to 30x minus 15, 25x, taking 25 the other side. Simplifying further, we are going to have 600 is equal to 5x. 5x is equal to 600, rearranging that equation. Therefore, x is equal to 120. So the total number of stories is exactly 120. Question number 7. Using a scale of 2 cm to 1 unit on both axes and on the same graph sheet, draw the graph of y is equal to 3x, y minus 3x over 4 is equal to 3, and y plus 2x is equal to 6. From your graph, find the coordinates of the point of intersection of the two graphs. 3. Show on the graph sheet the region satisfied by the inequality y minus 3x over 4 is greater or equal to 3. Let's see how to solve this question together. So now we make y the subject. So that is there, y as the subject. Then we're now going to make a table of value. So we're going to find 3 values which is necessary for us to plot a straight line graph. So we're going to substitute the value of x equal to 4 in this equation. So when x is equal to 4, we substitute we replace x by 4. And then we'll have this. On simplification, we'll have minus 3 plus 3. So y is equal to 0. So when x is equal to 0, then we're going to have substitute 0, simplify, y is equal to 3. And then when x is equal to 4, we're going to replace x by 4. On simplification, 3 plus 3, y is equal to 6. So we have the 3 values needed to plot a straight line graph. Then we're going to get that for the second equation. So y plus 2x is equal to 6. You make y the subject. Y is equal to 6 minus 2x. And then we're going to take our value from minus 1 to plus 1. So when x is minus 1, we replace x by minus 1 in this equation. So we have that. On simplification, I have 6 plus 2. So y is equal to 8. Then when y is equal to 0, so we're going to do the same thing. We replace x by 0. We have 6 minus 2 times 0. 6 minus 0, y is equal to 6. And then when x is equal to 1, so we are going to replace x by 1. So we have 6 minus 2 times 1, y is equal to 6 minus 2. So y is equal to 4. So now we have the two tables. We now go straight to the graph page to plot the graph. So now on this graph, we are going to plot the two graphs. Then this is the scale given to us. 2 centimeters is equal to 1 unit on y-axis, and 2 centimeters is equal to 1 unit on the x-axis. So now we have the scale. Then we import the two tables to start the plotting. We are going to plot this graph first. So when x is minus 4, y is 0. X is minus 4 here and y is 0 here. So the point will be here. So we plot at that point. The next, when x is 0, y is 3. So x is 0 here, y is 3. So we plot the point at that. And when x is 4, y is 6. X is 4 here, y is 6. We plot the point at that point. So we join these points with a straight line. That gives us the graph of y is equal to 3x over 4 plus 3. So we are going to use this table to plot the second graph. So we have the first point. When x is minus 1, y is 8. X is minus 1 here, y is 8. And when x is 0, y is 6. X is 0 here, y will be 6 here. We have the point at that point. And when x is 1, y is 4. X is 1 here, y will be 4 at this point. We plot. Then we are going to join these 3 points with a straight line. So that's the line. Now the two lines intersect at this very point. So now the question says, from your graph, find the coordinates or the point of intersection of the two graphs. That's this point. So we now put our point at that. That's the point we want to calculate. So we're going to drop a line from this point to get the s coordinate. So now that's the line, s coordinates. So the s coordinate will give us 1.1. Then we're going to find the y coordinate by dropping another line to the y-axis. So that's the point here, and that is y is equal to 3.8. So therefore the coordinate of the point here, which is xy, is given by 1.1 and 3.8. Remember, s coordinate is written before the y coordinate. Now we're going to go to question number 2. Show on the graph sheet the region satisfied by the inequality y minus 3x over 4 is greater or equal to 3. So now we're now going to take any point above the line or below the line. But for simplicity, I decided to choose the point below the line, which is the origin, where y is 0 and x is 0. You can use any other point anywhere above or below the line, but this is the simplest. X is 0 and y is 0. So we are going to substitute that into this equation. So let's substitute y0, x0. Simplifying this, we have 0 is greater or equal to 3. We know that 0 can never be greater than 3, and 0 cannot be equal to 3. So this is not correct, it's false. So therefore we reject any region below the line, since these points show that that is not true. So reject the region below the blue line, and then we are going to accept the region above the blue line. Now then we now shade above the blue line. That's the region that satisfies the inequality. That's the region that satisfies the inequality. There, now we have answered question number 6a. we are going to go to the board to answer question number 6b. 6b. Given that x squared plus bx plus 18 is factorized as x plus 2 into x plus c, find the values of c and b. Let's solve these questions together. So we have this, when expanded, will give us x into this plus 2 into the same factor. So all we did is that we kept this factor constant and then split x and 2. Take x attached to the first one and then take 2 attached to the second one. Then we're going to simplify this by removing the brackets. So that gives us x times x squared, and x times c is cx. Then 2 times x will give us 2x, and then 2 times c will give us plus 2c. Then we're now going to collect like terms. X squared, we collect like terms. X plus cx plus 2x will give us 2 plus c into x, and then plus 2c. Now that means that the equation we are given, x squared plus bx plus 18, will be equal to this. So since they are equal, it means that this will also be equal to this. So therefore, we have that they also will be equal. So if they are equal, then we are going to equate the term in x squared, the term in x, at the constant term. So now let's pick the constant term first. Then we have that these two terms are equal, and since they are equal, we are going to equate them. So equating them, we have 2c is equal to 18. So on simplification, c is equal to 9. Then we are now going to take the middle term. Bx will be equal to 2 plus c into x. Now equating that, we are going to have bx will be equal to bracket 2 plus c bracket closes is equal to s. So therefore b is equal to 2 plus c. X will cancel x, but c is equal to 9, so we replace c by 9. B is equal to 2 plus 9, giving us finally b is equal to 11. So now we have solved question b. So the answer C is 9 and B is 11. That brings us to the end of this presentation. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe so that when I release the next video, you will be notified. Thank you very much.